This conference will now be recorded.
Hello everyone, good evening. So welcome again to this new session. So let's quickly start with the attendance first, and then for the next 10 minutes we'll go for any blockers, any questions from the last session, and then we will start our next Linux session today. So yeah, do we have Farwa here?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Farwa. Zuhair, do we have Zuhair here?
Yes,
Okay, so Zuhair, I think it's your first session, right?
yes.
Yeah, Zuhair, thank you. Thanks for joining, Zuhair. So we have gone through two sessions, and I have recorded. So generally I record the sessions. So I will share the recordings with you. You go through it, and then probably for any question, just email me or ping me, whatever you think good.
Okay,
So
thank you.
and then it would be good, Zuhair, if you can give a very brief introduction about you.
Uh, yeah, okay. My name is Zara Halak. I recently graduated from Eureka College. I majored in computer science. My concentration is computer security. I am from Israel. I'm an international student.
Okay, that's great. Thank you. And then we have Josna. Do we have Josna here? Okay. Give me a moment. Kruti. Uh, Kruti, are you able to hear me? Seems the same audio problem, Kruti. Okay. So, Ashna, Kevin.
I'm here.
Okay, thank you, Kevin. Um, Mohammed, Atashumuddin Mohammed.
I'm here.
Okay, thank you. And Sravani. Sravani did not join yet, I think. Okay. Asaf Arshad, Vibhanshu Patil, uh, Priyanka Dhake.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, thank you, Priyanka. Rishabh, Priyanka, I can see you here. Okay. So are you able to hear me, Priyanka?
Yes, I can hear you. I'm here.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you. So you you joined from
Yes,
two
yes,
channels.
yeah, two systems, yes.
Okay. Chinmay,
Yes, I'm here. Thank you.
thank you, Chinmay. And Manu Arneja.
Hey, Kaveri, I'm here.
Okay, thank you, Manu. Upama,
Yes, I'm here.
thank you, Upama. And then Mahmudul Hassan. Okay. Judges.
Yeah, I'm here.
Thanks, Judges. Okay.
No problem.
Okay. So guys, let us start with the questions. So do you have any question from the last session? Okay. So just a question from my side. So I hope that everyone is good with their systems up and running with the Linux system.
Yes.
Okay. So Zuhair, what I'm encouraging here is, because we would be working most of the time on the Linux system. So if you have AWS account, so which system you have with you? Do you have the Windows or do you have Mac or you're working on Linux?
I have Mac.
Okay. So do you have the AWS account also?
No.
Okay. So do you know how you can be able to quickly spin up a Linux box?
You mean virtual machine?
Yeah, maybe virtual machine you can create, or maybe it would be good if you can quickly create in AWS account. AWS provides 750 hours free that is valid for a year, and there you can quickly create one EC2 instance to to do your all the practical works inside it, right?
It's called
Hey,
AWS.
Kamal, I have a question.
Yeah, it's called AWS account. So yeah, you was asking something, Mohammed?
Yeah, I just stopped the instance yesterday. So will that count as an hour, or will it stop? The hour stop right then,
No,
or
it will
do we
be
need to
stopped.
turn?
Yeah.
Okay,
So it will be, you know what, because we are not working, we are just practicing for now. What you can
okay,
do on the daily basis, you can terminate it also.
okay. So, but then if I terminate it, then I will when I create a new instance, I'll get a new, what do you say, a key for the instance,
No,
right?
no,
So then I get.
you can use the same existing key.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
But when
Thank
we
you.
will be working on like Jenkins on other topics, I'll let you
Yeah.
know, and then then there would be no point of destroying or terminating the instance on the daily basis, because that will in that way we will lose our work.
Okay, sure.
Yes. So, Zuhair, you can go through a few of the links on the web, and then you can create your AWS account. That would be really helpful to have a Linux box up and running where we can practice, and you can practice along with me in the sessions also.
Do I create it as a professional or a personal
Just a
account?
free account, just a free account.
No, it says account information, account type, professional or personal.
I may not be able to tell you because it's been a long time I have created this. So, but whenever you will create it, they will provide you 750 hours of free usage. So, okay. So let us start. I'll help you, no problem. You try it, and maybe during the end part of the session, I'll help you on this, right? Okay. So I just saw you, Sravani. I will mark your attendance. Okay. Okay. So guys, again a question. Do you have any question from the last session? Any blocker or anything else you want to confirm, ask? Okay. So let us start directly with the session now. I'm going to share my screen. I Yeah. So Kevin is saying it's personal because most of the team members here in this session they created their new account. So you need to check for the personal. Okay. So today we'll cover a few of the networking concepts, and then we will cover the shell scripting also. Sorry. So Manu last day have put a very good point, but I was not able to hear him. So you can use this utility Vim Tutor. He was talking about this utility, which is Vim Tutor. When you start typing on your machine, it will then you can be able to press the tab and you can be able to find it. So you just have to press enter. It will give you, it's a very good kind of learning utility. You can go through it and then you can be able to work efficiently with the Vim editor. Again, to come out of it, you need to press escape colon and Q for quit. Okay. So, guys, yesterday I was telling you a few things about how you can be able to work uh, from the basics of the Linux, how you can be able to create the directory. Guys, excuse me, I have today I have a lot of problems. I'm putting.
Hey, sorry, I'm late for the meeting. Hello? Are you able to
Yeah,
hear me?
yes,
Just,
yes,
yeah,
yes.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
I'm late for
no problem. Thank you for
the
joining the session. I will mark your attendance.
Okay.
Okay, so I was telling that yesterday we covered few of the basic concepts like how you can create the directory, how can you can remove it, how you can go from one directory to another, how you can copy file from one directory to another, and then opening a file and then writing something into it, saving it, coming out of it. These are the basic of Linux. And if you are proficient, I mean, if you're effective working with these commands, you would be very good to go with the with the shell scripting also. There you can create automation using these small commands. We'll see how we will do that. And then today I'm going to tell you a few more concepts, a few more advanced concepts. uh, ls-l, again I'm listing it. If I add ls-la, a means it will show us the hidden files also. So here you can see that. Okay, here you can see that here we have
Are you
few.
sharing the screen right now?
No, I'm not able to see the screen.
Yeah, even
Okay,
I'm not able to see the screen.
sorry.
Me
Yeah,
neither.
now I can use it.
Bless you.
Excuse me. Thank you so much. Actually, I'm not well today,
Yeah.
so it's very hard for me to.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, now I started sharing the screen, and I am recording also, so it's good. Okay. So here you can see that first few bits you can see here, like first bit is for whether the whatever you have created, it's directory or it's file. So or there is one more bit that is assigned to the soft links. I will come to it later. But you can see here it is D, which means that it's a directory. If it's a blank, that means it's a file. And then there are few next few bits you can treat it like this one. So first rwx, and then next rwx, and then next rwx. So we have three pairs of rwx. What do we mean by that? Let me show you here.
Read write and the execution rates.
Can you say again, please?
Those are basically the permissions, isn't it? Like read, write, execution.
Exactly, yeah, these are the permissions, but permissions for whom? So we will cover here in a
For
bit
the
detail
user.
about it. Yes. So like for an example, we have D, then rwx, and then again rwx, and then again rwx. So let us take this way. Okay, sorry guys. So then we have this one. Just try to understand this concept. It's very important to understand. And then we have let's say this one, or maybe this one. Okay. So now the first rwx pair, it is for user. Second rwx pair, it is for group. The third is for others. So it means like for all of now, if you find all the rwx, all the three pairs for user, group, and others, it means that you are giving all the permissions to everyone. But we do not do all the time this way. It's like most of the time it's like this way. So we have now rwx for user, read for group, and read for others. So we have the you will see going forward that we have the digit format for this also. Digit format means like r have the value of 4, w have the value of 2, and then x have the value of 1. So it is 421, which is r have the value of 4, w have the value of 2, and then x have the value of 1. So it is like 421, which adds up to 7. So now if you see the permission, if you give full permission to everyone, um, let me put you on mute. That would be helpful for everyone. Sorry. Sorry for today. Actually, GoToMeeting have changed a lot of things here. So okay. Okay, so R 4 is R have the value of 4, W have the value of 2, X have the value of 1. So in this way, if you give all the permission, that means 777. So, but we do not give this. This is the full permission. So anyone can do anything on your file or folder inside your directory. They can do anything. But we do not give this permission. So if you see your PEM file do not have this permission. So let me show you in very quickly about, let us start with the PEM file. So this way, ls-l, I have a PEM file here in, So you can see that, this one is the private, this is the public. Now this private have the value of only R. Only read is being given, and that too only to the user, because this is what I want actually. And then to the public, only R is being given. So most of the time, if you want to have the passwordless connection, so that's what we are doing with our EC2 instances. We are logging there passwordlessly, which means that we are logging through the key. Now the concept of the key is, the public key is always placed there, and we have the PEM key, which is, or the private key, which we are using to log in there. So this is just 4, because we have 400, so it is 40 and 0. So the permission to given to this file is 400. If you now come back here, so it is because we do not have any W and X for or RWX for user group and others, and just R for user, so it is 400. So if you want to give only like it is a full permission, 777. If you want to give only RW to user group and other, then it would be 4 plus 2 6, 6 and 6. If you want to give only read permission to all the everyone, it would be only 444. Now this way you can be able to calculate it. And now how you can give the permission here, let me show you. So I have file here, test file1.txt, which have the permission of 4 rw hyphen, which is 4 plus 2 6, 644. Now let's say I want to change this permission to be more open, like 777. So what I will do, the command that I will use is chmod. Chmod is a command that I will use, and then I will use either, there are two ways. You can use 777 test file1.txt. So when I execute this one, let's see what happens. So currently before execution, the permission was this, and let's see what is the permission now. So permission have changed to RWX, RWX and RWX. That's what we wanted. We wanted to give full permission to everyone. So, and that's why we have given 777. Now let's say I do not want to give WX to group and user, which means that I need to minus 3 from group and users. So that would be 744. It would be chmod 744 test file 1.txt. Now it's the same permission that I wanted. Moreover, I do not want to make it executable, because now you can see it's in green, which means that it's an executable. I don't want to make it executable. Then I will remove that bit also, chmod. Or now, like I have to remove X. So what I can do simply is, see this very carefully, U minus X, because I want to minus X from the user only. I will do U minus X test file 1.txt. That's enough. Now the file is not green, first of all, because we have removed the executable permission from it. Similarly, if you want to add write to the group, same, you can do chmod group, G for group, plus W. You would be having the permission. Here you can see that we have given W. Earlier we do not have the W. Now we have given the W. So it's not required every time to give permission the digit format. You can give the permission in this way also, like minus to remove the permission, and plus to add the permission. U for user, G for group, and the same thing you can do for the others also. I can show you here. Let me clear it. ls. So let I want to add the write permission for the others. So what I will do, ch others plus w, because I need to just add write permission, test file1.txt, and that's fine. So now we have the write permission also. So let's change back to the same permission of removing w. So let's see whether we can do this way, which is removing permission for group for write, removing permission for others for write. So maybe we can do this way. Or this way. Okay, so we cannot do this way. So it's good to either use the digit format or do it one by one, so you can be able to do it. First of all, G minus W and then O minus W, and you would be having the same permission. No, so yeah, no, you would be having the same permission as this file. So this is a ch mode using which you can change the permissions. Now it depends on which user you are. So let's say, because these are being created by me only, you can see the permissions here. I mean the ownership here. So I am the owner of this directory, this repository, but something which is created by the root user. So let's say I want to switch on to the root user. To switch to any other user, you will use su, and then you will give if you want to switch on to the root user, you need to use sudo switch user. Simply you can quickly use -i to switch on to the user. Give your password. Okay, so you can see now I'm root here. You can see now I'm root here, and inside the directory ls-l. So all are being created by the ad4e, which is my uh, id. Now let's say I'm going to create one directory, mkdir directory 4. If I show you here, directory 4 is being created by root. Now I am going to exit from here. Simple exit from the root user. If I again check, one directory 4 is being created by root. It have the permissions of root. But now I want to delete this directory. Let's see now whether I can be able to delete it or not. rm-rf dir 4. Because I have already used the sudo, that's why I can be able to delete this one, because this ad4e have the root permissions already, that's why. But normally if you do it, you cannot be able to, anything which is created by root, you cannot be able to delete it. So what we used to do is, and that's this problem you will see very often when you start working with your Jenkins or any other, there your builds will be failing a lot of times, because it will say that it cannot be able to create the directory because it do not have sufficient permissions, or the Jenkins users do not have the sufficient permissions. Then you will use all these same commands to give the permissions. So I'll again log on to the sudo user, root user. I'm in root now, and you can check it this way also. Who am I? I am root. So, and root is the super user, like just like your administrator, admin user in the Windows. So here, let me just again run the same command, dir4. Now I have this one more directory, and I can be able to now what I will do next is I will give the permissions, I mean change the ownership of this directory from root to some other user. So to change the permission, there's a command which is chown, change ownership. I'll give the same ad4e. This is for user, this is for group, and then the directory which I want to change. So this means that I want to change the ownership of directory 4. I want to change the user and the group permissions, I mean ownership, not the permission. So I will, if you now see it, it have the ownership of 84e. If I will exit, the same permission would be there. So this is about the chmod and chown. And now let us see some of the networking concepts which you will find very interesting also. So give me a moment, guys. So guys, I can see caller one here. May I know who is this? Caller 01. Can you please tell me who is the caller 01? That would be great if you can tell me, please. Uh-huh. Okay. So now I'm going to show you how you can be able to, first of all, let's take the example of the same one. Like you have two instances, and then you want to log on to the instance without using the password. So let's say, so now we used to, very often we used to log on to our EC2 instance, but we do not give any password. We use the file. So how that file works actually? So let me show you very quickly, because that's a very important concept to understand. So for that one, I will go to uh, demo slash 5. So I'll go here in batch 4. See this very carefully, guys. So we have vagrant file. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to quickly spin up two instances, and then I will show you how you can log on to one instance to another one without using any password. So we'll create our key pair. Key pair is very important concept. I'll show you everything. Vim vagrant file. So I'll create two instances. Okay, this is fine. So two instances will be created. Vagrant up. It will take a couple of minutes to have. So now these two machines, it is bringing these two machines up. Which is CentOS 7. So just one information, guys. So I have shared yesterday. I have shared the recordings with you. Hope you all have the permissions to access that. If any one of you do not have the permission, please let me know. And just to let you know again, guys. So about the support model. So though I have given you information in the first session. So the support model goes like because I got few questions on the support model also, so that's why I thought it good to discuss here. So it goes like whenever you would be you start working in any organization that would be there. So before that we'll support in getting you calls, and then we'll support you clearing your interviews, and then once you onboard the team organization, then we'll support you in your assignments, in your day-to-day activities, like how to approach the task, and then till to the completion. So that's what I'm doing right now. Also on the daily basis, I'm supporting two candidates, and they ping me on the WhatsApp. Also they ping me whenever they want, because I know this is a crucial initial time is a very crucial time. you know Anyone can come to you to ask any question, come to you to ask any question, and that the same time you can tell them that okay, I'll come to you. I'm a bit busy right now. I'll come to your place, and then I'll let you know about the same. And you can buy some time from them. So that's what these guys are doing. They used to do the same thing, and immediately they used to ping me to ask for the appropriate answer. So they used to ping me off very often, and then I'm supporting them on the Ansible tasks and on the Terraform tasks. So yesterday I was working with one of the candidate for the Jenkins setup job. So it was more from the setting up the slave machines, complete a kind of form for the slave machine, so that whenever you trigger the job, trigger the build, you can pick it up. Your build will automatically will pick up the slave, and then it will start running on it. And then the second step is to integrate with the Sonar Cube. And so these are about the tasks. So this is how initially after of this support they will feel comfortable, and then it's all good for the lifetime. They're good to go from there. And in the meantime, our boxes are there. I can see the status of it. So if you have any question about the support model or how it goes, if you have any kind of question in your mind, just ask me anytime. So we have two machines up and running, and now I'm going to log on to the machine one, which is Docker. Remember carefully, the one is Docker and the second is web server. Obviously, they are having the different IPs. So we can see here in the Vagrant file, I have hard coded the IP for these two machines. One is 192.168.33.10, and the second is 33.11. So I'm going to Vagrant SSH Docker. Now I'm inside the this Vagrant file. So this way I can be able to have quickly one Linux machine where I can do anything. I can practice my session, I can practice anything there. Once I'm done, I can destroy this machine. That's very quick and very easy. So if you see here, host name is docker.example.com, and then IP is 33.10. Now I want to log on to 33.11, which is the webserver.example.com. So let's see whether I can be able to do it. To log on to any machine, you know that the command, the utility that we use is SSH, which is the secure shell. And always remember that SSH have the service named SSHD, and it runs on port number 2022. Oh, so it runs on port 22. So SSH, and then I want to log on to the another machine, and the user would be Vagrant. Then we give the user, like the way you used to give the ec2-user at the rate, paste here, it would be 11. So it says permission denied because we do not have, because here we do not have password for this user. Moreover, we do not have the any connection between 10 and 11. So to log on to this user, we need to make a connection where we have to put our public key and we will use our private key to log in. How we can do it is,
Can we use putty for that?
yeah, you can use putty, but again the question is, if you do not have the username and if you don't have the password, how you can be able to log into the putty also? So what I'm showing here is I'm showing you how you can be able to log on without using the password. It's called the passwordless authentication. That's with the help of the keys. So I'm going to create the, see it carefully, I'm going to create the keys now. SSH keygen, SSH keygen, and then nothing you have to give, you have to just enter. So it is saying enter file in which to save the key. If you do not give any name here, the default it will save is the id underscore rsa for private, id underscore rsa dot pub for public. But let's say I want to give it, so I will say here vagrant keys, enter. I do not want to give any password. Okay, enter. So now you see that it created the keys for us, and we can see it here. So ls, so always remember that, if you do ls hyphen la, you will find .ssh. The keys will be created. Here you can see vagrant keys, it had been created, vagrant public and vagrant keys, right? So I will use these keys to log on to the second machine. So first of all, what I need to do is I need to get the public key, vim vagrant keys dot pub. Vim editor is not here, so I can quickly sudo yum install. That's the same thing I have shown you yesterday. Hyphen y is for giving yes automatically. It will take the yes. It will not stop in the execution. These are very good concept, kind of building blocks, you, because most of the time interviews ask a lot of questions from here. So what I'm doing on my machine, please ask questions. uh, because this hyphen y that I've used, you have to use it very often in your automations. So whatever you're seeing on my screen, please ask questions. Normally it's go very fast. Okay, now it's uh, yes, it's done now. So I can read on the same command. I am going to copy this key. I'm going to copy this key. See it very carefully, guys. So what I've done, I have copied the public key. First of all, I have created the public and private key. Okay. First of all, I have created the public and private key. I have copied the public key from here, and now I'm going to exit from here. I'm going to log into the web server. I am I'm inside web server now. So next thing I'm going to do is theme. ls-la. You will see the .ssh folder. Go inside it. cd.ssh. You will find one file here which is authorized keys. It is very important file. Go inside this file and then press end. You have to press end, insert mode, end, enter, paste your file here. That's it. So see it very carefully, guys. What I've done here, I have copied the public key of the first machine. I logged onto the second machine. I went to .ssh folder. Inside the .ssh folder, I found one authorized keys. I went inside this file and then I copied that same public key here. I will exit from here. I will again log on to the same Docker, this machine. Okay. So here the next thing I have to do is there is a program which is ssh-add. Always remember this program. It is very powerful and very much required. So nobody will tell you in your organization because you would be working with the AWS, and whenever you would be working with the AWS, you would be dealing with the keys because you have to, like the pen key, you have to log on to the machine. So remember that SSH add is a program. Give me a moment. So SSH add is a program. So you have your vagrant keys, and this is a private key, this is the public key. Now, first of all, I have copied this public key to the another machine, which means that if I want to log on to that machine, it requires the private key, same private key, because it's a key pair. So I have to use this one as, let me show you, ssh-i and then vagrant at the rate what it was. Did anyone of you remember the IP? No matter. So it was 11. ssh-i. -i is for identity key file. Identity key file, your private key. So I am going to use the same, this one, and username here, vagrant at the rate 11. Awesome. So now you are inside, from Docker, you are inside web server. Earlier you was not able to do that because you did not have had the public key copied to the web server. But now it's done. So if I run the same command, host name here, so it is webserver.example.com. Exit from here, host name, it is docker.example.com. Let me show you again. What I've done is I have just SSH using the identity key file, which is this one, which I've just created it new, and I have used the private key, and the other part of this private key is the public key. Public key I already have saved on this machine and inside the authorized keys folder, and I will use my user to log on to this machine. So it's simple.
Oh, I have a question.
Awesome. Yeah.
So, the last one you did vagrant, then space vagrant at, then your IP, right? So it was 10. Why did you use 11 instead? 10.
Uh, no, I have because currently I'm on the 10 only, so I will not use 10
Okay.
because you see here, I am this one. This docker.example.com is having the IP of 10. I can show you here
Okay.
again.
Right. No, no, I saw it. I saw that.
Yeah. So hostname hyphen I, it have the IP of 10.10. So I want to log on to the machine which have the IP of .11. So that's what I have done here.
Okay. Is it like a random IP, random number you just put it in, or like you
Yeah.
found this exact IP from someone else?
No, no, no. I have given it. So these are the hard coded because you can whenever you're creating your machine, maybe through the virtual box, you can hard code your IPs also.
Okay. Cool.
Whatever
Got
the
it.
machines you're creating, you hard code your machine
Hmm.
because you are not giving the your machine are not picking the random IPs from the IP4 protocol. So it's just the static IPs that I am giving.
Okay. So you basically gave that IP. That's why. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
Got it.
Sure. So now there's one thing here. I'm giving my Vagrant keys this way, like hyphen I and Vagrant keys. But now in the in, I do not want to show it up because for security reasons I do not want to show this private key. I want to save it in at some place, and then I do not want to show it like this. It should be like only SSH, Vagrant, and then IP. How I can do that? So I will do that by using one of the utility which is SSH hyphen add. So you can see here I have this one, and then which is not required actually. What I'm going to do is I'm going to flush all the keys, all these keys.
Hi, sorry, can you repeat this SSH ad? Why did you do it?
So SSH add is the utility. So let's say currently I have used SSH hyphen I vagrant keys, right? I have used identity key which is vagrant keys. I do not want to show it up, so I want to make it like this. Just this way, but now it is permission denied because it requires the identity key file. And the second thing, my problem is I do not want to show it up in the SSH protocol because then someone will be able to figure out the location of my identity key file, then they can be able to just find it out. I do not want to show the location, so that way I can use one of the program which is SSH add. What it will do is it will just have all your keys that you want to use, and whenever you run ssh always work in tandem with SSH add. So a good example of it I can show you here. I have few of the machines. I have few of the machines on my AWS account, so I can log on to there like a SSH. That would be more meaningful to you to use the EC2 user, and then I can use fully qualified domain name as uh, jboss 13. I can use dot. So this is one of the environment I have created. Okay, now you can see here you can see here that I have not given any hyphen I any identity key file, but still I'm be able to log on if I do it. You can see here that I'm inside the machine. Why and how I can be able to log in is because I am using SSH add program here. Let me exit from here. I'll show you SSH add hyphen L. So here is my private key. I'm using this private key to log on to this machine. Either, so there are two ways. Either I can use same, either I can use here, see it carefully guys, hyphen I and my, this is my private key. Either I can use this way, or I can just, you know, hide my private key somewhere, and then I will not be using hyphen I. If I want to do this, then SSH add program will help me out on this. So if you can see SSH add hyphen L, I have these keys already being saved here. So if you want to add more keys here, there's a simple program which is a simple variable or label that I can use, which is um, ssh hyphen add and then your key location downloads. So this is my key location. You need to just press enter. So this is the location for the private key. You need to give here private key only. Give your private key, add it here, and then you're fine. SSH add. So you need to add it here. And then whenever you would be using SSH-I, it is fine for you. You just try it on your machine. You can be able to understand that. So any question guys on this? Okay, that's great then. Now this is one way you can do it. Second way, there's a second way also. There's a second way also, which is ls-l. Let me show you my .ssh folder. So I have a config. So inside my .ssh, I have a config file. If I open this config file, so inside my config file, I have given the private key this way also. So there are two ways. Now this is the second way I am showing you how you can save your identity key file location, and then you don't have to give the hyphen I whenever you are trying to log into your EC2 instance. So this is how you can do it. User, first of all, give this host any random name here. You can give any random name here, and then you can give the user using which you need to log in, and then give the host name here, and then the identity key file. So let's do for our example. I have let me just take it, copy it from here, and then I will go to Vagrant SSH Docker. So here, if let's say it is denied, permission is denied, I'm going to use the second option now, cd.sh vim. I'm going to create this config file, insert, copy it here. So my machine name is, let me give any name here. I can give w server. Here the user I'm using is Vagrant. Here the fully host name is what is the host name? Oh my god, I used. So host name is this one, but let me show you with the IP. Okay, so I'll give the IP here 11, and then I'll give the location of the file, the private key, which is home vagrant, and then vagrant, vagrant keys. Okay, this is the private key. Vagrant keys. C pack ls-l vagrant keys. Yeah. So now we are good, and you can see here the location of this vagrant key is home, vagrant, and then vagrant keys. We can reconfirm it. Home, vagrant, and vagrant keys. This is the IP where we have to log in. This is the user using which we have to log in. Now see the magic, guys. I will not give anything now. I will give just I'll give just SSH W server. Okay. So now see this one also carefully. Bad honor or permissions on home vagrant.sh config. It means that the this one dot ssh, this permission is not correct. So we need to change this permission back to what we need to change it back to. Let me check it here. The permission is correct. Okay. This is weird. CD to SSH. Okay, it should be fine. Identity. Let me stick again. So SSH W server. Bad honor permission. It's not good. Why?
Excuse me. Do we
Yeah.
have to change permissions for Vagrant keys file as well, or they don't need it?
Uh, no, we already have used it actually. Permission is good. Oh, okay, okay. Permission. Let me try that one also. No problem. But we since we already have used it, so I don't think it would be a problem. But let me change it. Chmod 400 wagons ls-l. So now it's only R. Let me rerun this. Same thing. I'll check it out. This one will not block on this because this is not the maybe something related to the vagrant only. I will check this out. But what we can do is we can use the same SSH add program to save our private key, and then we can use it like this way. SSH add vagrant keys. This is the location of my private key. Identity key edit. Here you can see identity edit. And then first of all, let me sorry, let me go inside, remove the config. So now this vagrant keys is added, so which means that now if I do ssh and then the ssh and then vagrant at the rate this 11. Awesome. Now you can see that this way, because I have added the private key in my through the SSH add program, so I'm able to log in here. So you can see I have not given identity key file. Now we will see that, because I'm getting a lot of problem in remembering this IP. I need to find out some solution for this one also. What I will do is I will resolve this IP to a host name, because always a host name are very easy to remember, and that's an example you can see anywhere, like any website. We know that google.com, we do not know the IP of it. We know amazon.com, we know the don't know the IP of it. But the very fact is these all applications are running behind the IP. I mean, they are being allocated with IP. But since nobody can remember all the IPs all the time, that's why we use the host name. That's what I'm going to do it now. So give me a moment. So we
Okay,
have this host. Yeah.
so basically, are you trying to access the machine using the key and the IP?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
That's what, so you can take your example. That's what you do also. Like if you want to access the EC2 machine, what do you do? So you use the SSH program, right? Then next you need the IP of that machine. Then you need the username and password. You do not have the username password, because EC2 do not give you username password. They give you private keys, PEM files. So you use the PEM file using the -i option. Then you need to give the user at the rate IP or the host name of that machine. That's how you log into that same machine. And now what I'm going to show you is, because I do not remember this IP all the time, I need to make some changes so that maybe if I would have alias, or if I would have uh, the host name, then I can be able to do it. Now before that one, let me show you one thing is, because this IP resolves to the host name, or this IP is connected with the host name, which is webserver.example.com. So if I try to log in using that pattern,
I have a question.
yes sir, please.
Um, so the IP that we are using, right, for the web
Yeah,
server, is it like, can we go to website and just putting just the I mean just by putting the ID, can we access the website? Is it like
yes,
possible or
yeah, yeah. It is possible. Yes,
okay?
yeah. But again, you need to know the IP. Nobody will tell you the IP, because if you have the IP, then your hacker can do anything there. That is also one of the reason any application like Amazon or Flipkart or maybe any other website, they do not give you the IP of their application. They give you you used to know only the URL, like the only the host name, but you do not know the IP. But for your application, if you give the IP, it would be up and running. That's not a problem. Did you get my point, judges?
Yes, I got it.
Awesome. So now let me show you one thing here. If I try to log on here, vagrant at the web server dot example dot com, it will tell me could not resolve host name web server dot. example.com, because my Docker machine do not know what IP they need to log into, because nowhere I have resolved this host name. To do that, there is a file which is ls-l, which is etc host. Always remember this file, guys. etc host. So this is the file where you need to make the changes. And see here, it is with the root permission. So if you do something here, if you do not have the root permissions, you will be you will not be able to save your stuff in the host file. So what I'm going to do is sudo, because Vagrant have the sudo permissions, sudo vim etc hosts. I'm going to make the changes here. Insert, and so the IP is this one, tab. This IP, oh sorry, not this one. This is 11, and the host name is webserver.example.com. Let me give a alias also. So I will give W server. So see this very carefully, understand it very carefully, guys. I am now resolving the IP, because it's very hard for me to remember this IP all the time. So I can remember the host name, or I can remember the alias also, but not the IP. So this IP resolved to this host name, and this host name resolves to this alias. So now it's very simple. If you do SSH vagrant at the rate W server URN, simple, save. So SSH W server, awesome, URN, URN web server. So how it happens is, because now I have given W server, here you can see that authenticity of host W server, which is resolved to the same IP, can't be established. To do that one, we need to add the we need to add this W server to the list of known host on the target machine, and then we have to give yes, and then we are in. Fine. So any question? I take a pause here, guys. Any question here, please? It's very important topic, guys. It's very important from the automation perspective also, because when you go forward, when we move forward also, we will work with the Ansible, and Ansible always work on the port number 22, and we never use a password there to connect to the different machine. We use the keys only. So that's very important. Uh, so any question you can ask me here. Okay, that's fine then.
I have a question. So
Yeah.
the it says that permanently added W server to the list of known host. So
Mm-hmm.
which one host in that case? Like which one? The
Okay.
current machine?
Very, very good question. No problem. So let us do it again. Now there is one more thing you need to remember it. You need to understand this one. When you go inside your SSH folder, ls-l dot ssh. Uh, so let me show you here. Uh, so you will find this known host, right? Now this is saying, what this is saying is, from where you are you know SSHing to remote machine, like your current machine. So here that machine also needs to know, like next time when you again log into that machine, it will be able to know that machine also. So whenever you would be log into any remote machine, it will save the reference of that machine in the known host file. This is the file, known host file. So let's say, let me show you the content of it. Vim dot ssh known host. So you can see here W server, it saved the reference of the remote machine here. Now if I will remove this one, again the same thing. So let me show you two things. Now if I again SSH vagrant at the rate W server, nothing happened now, because authenticity is already been the handshake is already being done successfully, which means that host machine have the authenticity of the target machine. But if I remove that line, so vim not ssh, if I remove this line, dd is the command, simple, I removed that file. Now let's see what happened again the second time. SSH vagrant W server, again it asks the same question. It tried to have a kind of a successful handshake with the target machine so that it will save the reference in the known host file and permanently added W server along with the hash in the known host file. So is it fine, Priyanka? Did you get the answer?
Yes, thank you.
Sure. Any other question, guys? Well, okay, then fine. Now let us move to our shell scripting, because shell scripting will give you a greater understanding of other commands also, because it's a kind of uh, you know it's just kind of grouping of different commands, different Linux commands, so that they will run in some sequence, and then you can be able to build an automation around it. So I already have created actually here shell scripting page. Oh, okay. So these are the files in green. These are all the shell scripting. So I did not have put it inside any directory. No problem. So we'll start. Give me a moment. Sample repository Terraform Docker Taos demo. What is inside? Okay. Example. Okay. So let me. Okay. So no problem. So we have these scripts here. We'll go one by one on these scripts. Let me take this one first. Uh, it's a no, not this one. So let us take this one first. Okay. So shell scripting is you can see here, like I'm writing different commands here, and then different commands have a sequence. Like first of all, this will run, then this will run, and then this will run. So this is the way of writing different Linux commands. Guys, give me a moment, guys. So you can see here, like these are the different commands. I have put it in sequence so that I can be able to run a kind of automation. So for an example, please enter your name. So read name. So I'm reading the name from the user. Then welcome to the Linux shell. I'm printing the same name. So let's say I will please enter your name. I will enter Kamal. So it will show welcome to the Linux shell Kamal. And then Kamal, your password is this one. So you will enter your password here also. You need to give it as a argument, and then a number of argument passed for this script is it is very good script to start with. That's very good thing. And most of the time in the shell scripting, you will see that this first line have been given. So this is called shebang. Why we used to give this one is to tell the compiler that we are running bash, and the location of bash is bin bash. Okay. So let me try to run this one. Sample. Now it is empty. Kamal, your password is empty because I have not given here. So what I can do again is admin123. Kamal, your password is admin123. Same which I've given here. So now let us try to code this one. So what I can do is vim script 1.sh insert with the same thing like slash bin slash bash, enter. Here what I will write is echo what is your name, then read it, then echo welcome to the Linux shell, and then I can write it like this dollar name. Let's see whether it will work or not. What I'm doing, I'm simple. I'm first of all I'm printing one message. To print the message, you can use echo, and then after that one I am reading something from the terminal. So for that one, read is the command which you can use. Read name I am creating. So I'm just initializing one variable, and that variable would take the value of whatever I will print on the terminal. And then I'm printing the same using the echo command. I'm printing the same name here, and this is the format that you can be able to use for your variable. Now the next thing is, do you think that I created the script? Do you think that it will run this way only? I have the script. It will not run because to run any file, we need to make it executable. So it is not executable till now. Let me make it executable. That's simple. You need to, but you know that you are the master in this now. Chmod +x script one dot. Let's see. I have given +x, which means it have made executable for all the uh, for everyone. UGO. If you don't want to make it executable for everyone, you can use U+x only. Now let us try to run it. Again, guys, it's very important question from the interview standpoint also. Like they can ask a question like, you have created the script and then you try to run that script but it is not executing. What can be the problem? So the problem is, once you create the script, you need to make it, once you create the file, you need to make it executable to run it. What is your name? Kamal. Welcome to the Linux shell, Kamal. So it's good. It's happening here. Now let's do one thing because sorry, because you can give any number of variables here also, like we call it arguments. Along with your scripts you can give arguments, and then the same arguments, if you want to read it inside the shell script, how you can do it, you can do it using the $1, $2, $3, $4, and these are the number of arguments. So let's go inside the script, insert. So I can say like echo your last name is dollar last name, and the same thing I can do here is, and your password is again password. Okay, so what I have to do here is I need to catch the arguments. How I can catch them is last name equal to $1 and password equal to $2. So I'm saying here is, the first argument that I will give along with my script, that will be treated as the last name. Second argument that I will give, that will be treated as password, and the same last name and password I'm using here also. So let's see.
Question.
Awesome. Yes, please.
Are those case sensitive?
Well, yes. So here we'll try that one also. We'll
Okay.
try that. Now I'm giving the running the script. Sorry. So I will give here last name and the password. Enter. What is your name? My name is Kamal. Welcome to the Linux shell, Kamal. Your last name is Johan, and your password is this one. Awesome. So it worked. Now let us see. Let us come back to your question. Make some changes here. I have given last name here. Let me just give sorry, insert mode, last name. Here I'll give P. Let's see what will happen. Script, or I'll run the same here. What is your name? My name is Kamal. So it did not picked up. You can see here, right? This is blank. Your last name is blank and your password is blank. So it did not picked up. So this is case sensitive. We need to give the same variable name. If I will again change it back to insert mode, L, and then P, it will run it again. Here you can see that I have given it and it had taken up. Awesome. So this is uh, very simple shell script that I've shown you. And then most of the time we have different requirement where we can code over all the commands inside the script, and then we can run them. Like I said, that we can run them one by one, execute them one by one, and then we can be able to make a kind of good automation. We just have to run the script, and inside it all our commands will run one by one to make it happen. So this is very simple and a simple example of the shell scripting to start with. Also, I want to tell you is let me go to the, because now we are working with this shell scripting, I can work on my terminal. So let's do one thing. I can delete uh, batch 5, I think. Oh, I'm sorry, batch 4. So let me delete or destroy the vagrant machines. It's simple, vagrant destroy. It will destroy the machines. Yes, yes. Okay, now the machines are deleted. So yeah, I wanted to show you a couple of more things, some basic commands, and then we again continue the scripting because I just these are the important commands. That's why. So one of the command is df hyphen h. So it will give you the idea about the usage on your disk usage on your machine. So you can see that uh, only it currently available is, you can see that currently available is this is the primary storage. Currently used is 8 percentage, because I was able to use only 69 gigs till now. I have total available is 795, and the total is 909. So this way you can be able to have better understanding about your machines. So because when you start working on the real environment, very often you will come up with the issues, like you may be having the different monitoring system. They will send you alerts about the machine being filled up very quickly on the storage. And so Nagios alert would be something like, if I can, let me show you, if I can be able to show you. I used to get a lot of Nagios alerts. So here you can see one of the Nagios alert. So service state is okay for this one. This comes into the warning because it says that free space is very less. Almost 95% of the inode are being occupied. We need to do something. So it's a warning. Here it's a critical. Oh, so this is the different one. Again, it's okay because we have no issue with the space. Again, this is warning. War log, it is consuming a lot of space in the war log. So this is critical free space. There is no free space in the war log, and then we need to do something on this machine. We need to go inside and check for the usage, and then we need to maybe add the storage, or we need to do something there, or we may need to delete the logs from there. So the first thing that you will do going to that machine is the df-h to have the better understanding about the usage here in the use percentage. And then once when you're sure that it's being filled, or it's have some space, you can go inside the directory, any directory, like uh, let me go here, etc. So here I can run the command disk usage. So du -sh star. So it will give me the idea about all the directories that are consuming space, how much space they are consuming. So it will give me this way. It is very handy and very powerful command, so always remember this. So guys, I think we are good for today, because I'm also not feeling well. There's some relief, and then again the sneezing starts. And so I think we are good for now. And in the next session we will dive a bit deep into the shell scripting, and then we will, at the same day, we'll start with the git also. Why? Because the Linux is something we will be working with throughout our sessions, so we will came across a lot of commands. I may not be able to put all the commands here, or write all the commands here for the practice. But I can assure you one thing, that during the end of the session, after we complete our all the sessions, you will be aware of a lot of Linux commands, because whatever that whatever we are doing, we are doing it on the Linux only. So whenever we will be working with the Jenkins, there's a whole bunch of commands that we will be using, like systemctl, enabling the daemon, and the check config, and starting the service, stopping the service, enabling the service, and then there would be netstat to see. So for an example, I can show you netstat here, sudo netstat, and I would be, at the same time I would be telling you what is very important from the interview perspective, so that you may jot down somewhere for your reference. And I will also tell you, like, what commands would be very helpful in your real environments also. So like this one, netstat command, it is always a kind of a helping hand to the DevOps, to the administrator. So I told you that SSH works with the service named SSHD on the 22 port. So if I want to see that one, sudo netstat hyphen tulnp, I will tell you the like, so T for TCP, U for UDP, listing, numbering of the ports, and then I will find out for listen. You can see here that uh, you can see here, like, all these services are running. And if you, let's say, if your web server is running and you want to see it on which port it is running, so you can just have it here, see it here, you can be able to understand it. It will give you a long list here, so you can see all the programs here. uh, yes. So I think, guys, it's good for today. And with the next time we'll meet, we'll dive a bit deep into these shell scripting. And then the same day, like I said, we'll start with the Git. Again, Git would be having its own command base, like the Git commands. All we would be running it from the terminal itself. And so I would encourage you to create your GitHub account also. So same day we'll create it. No worries for now. But just an information, we'll create Git account, all. We all will create the Git account, so that because now we started working on the real things. So I would be giving you some assignments. Starting from Monday, I will start giving you some assignments, and then you need to get back with the completed assignment. So it would be more handy for me for training, and for you also, if you upload your all the stuff to the GitHub, and then I will share your GitHub account only with the training team. They can also see the progress, how you're working, how you're performing. And like I said initially, like, they will be sourcing your profiles for the different organization according to the performance in the training sessions. Saying this one again, guys, I would like to ask one question. Like, if you have any question from today's session, please ask me here. If after the session, I would be sharing the recordings the same way I have done for the last two sessions. You go through the recordings if you want again, and then if you have question, please email me, because you would be having leaves. I would be having, I mean, next 2 days would be off, like your Saturday, Sunday. We'll meet again on your Monday, my Tuesday, for the next session. But before that, if you think of sitting over the weekends to do something, just email me, because I will also be sitting at the same time. I will be working on few of my stuff. So I would be going through and checking the Gmail, so that's not a problem. So you can always email me, and I will respond you on your emails, on your questions. So that's all for today, guys. Any question for now, please let me know. Okay, so if not, then thank you for today. Thank you for joining today, guys, and happy weekend. And we'll meet again on my Tuesday, your Monday.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Sure. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.